Hi, I'm Steve, the Long Ash Cowboy, and last week I took another break. Weather problems, among other things. Today, I'm enjoying a Drew Estate Tabac Especial. Not bad. Some real cigar smokers say they don't smoke infused cigars. They're not for real cigar smokers. I say they are. I say they're for those who want a break, maybe to cleanse the palate, maybe something after dinner, a nice dessert cigar. This is certainly one way to go. I'm also enjoying a Verner's ginger ale, the original ginger soda, as it's proclaimed on the label. Uh, I really love them. I've already had them before. I saw it in a long neck at my preferred premium soft drink shop, so I grabbed one so I could show it to you. The beauty of a Berners is it's not too sweet, it's not too burning, it's right where it needs to be. No retro hail whatsoever. It's just really good, and it pairs really well with the Tabac Especial. Now, last week, as I stated, I was not here, but I've got the guts to admit that I picked 10 games and blew 6 of them. I was 4-6. I'm not going to bore you with the details of what they were, other than to say Bama was one of them. But who knew? Who knew that a coach that's that intelligent would continue to send out an injured player when he has a man who started the week prior or 2 weeks prior and proved himself. Admittedly, it was against Arkansas, but proved himself to be effective. You would think at some point during the LSU game, the Mac attack would have been employed. If not in the beginning, at least sometime during the game. Now, the naysayers would have me rebuked, saying we did put up 6 touchdowns, which we did, yes. But if the Mac attack had been there in the beginning, that fumble may not have occurred. Now, also, the defense was lacking. The revolving door of coordinators may have caught up with us. Why is it that you don't tell your people to stop trying to strip the ball and just make tackles? I think if we had done that, that may have been a part of the game too. No one man wins a game, nor does he lose it. There was plenty of blame to go around. Do we want LSU to win the West? Absolutely, because that's the only way the University of Alabama has any chance whatsoever to be invited to the Final Four. Now, this week, Bama will defeat Mississippi State. I believe that Auburn has enough for Georgia. LSU will clearly take down Ole Miss. Tonight, Thursday, the 14th, Pittsburgh will defeat North Carolina. That may be a mistake to say that, but I'm going to do it. Back to Saturday. Wisconsin will clearly take care of Nebraska. Florida will clearly take care of Missouri. Missouri, I told you, you're off my list. Syracuse looks really rotten this year, so Duke is going to handle them. Appalachian State, who has broached the top 25, welcome in, boys, you deserve it, will take care of Georgia State. And finally, the premier game of the day, a game that has many implications for many reasons. Baylor and Oklahoma. Baylor undefeated both overall and in the Big 12 conference. Oh, and by the way, the Big 12 only has 10 teams. Maybe we should call them the Big 10, the real Big 10. But anyway, Baylor and Oklahoma, as good as Jalen Hurts is, Baylor has something to prove, and I think come Saturday night, they will do it. So I'm going to say Baylor over Oklahoma. Now, Limbaugh has been making a royal idiot of himself lately, and he showed his libertarian hand. Recently, I heard Rush Limbaugh say the Limbaugh Institute for Studies, for Advanced Studies, didn't use the word conservative. He stopped using the word conservative. Does that mean Rush Limbaugh is turning into the libertarian that I say he is? Or is he turning into the liberal that I say he is? Or is he starting to show his true hand? Or is it all the above? One day last week, Rush Limbaugh read an article of a man who doesn't deserve to have his name called, who said that if a president can come in and do everything that he has done and it requires salty language to do it, so be it. Well, that is in direct violation of Colossians 3:8. Go look it up. Rush Limbaugh is screwing us into the ground. Go look up Proverbs 14:34 and Hosea 4:6. I can tell you that Hosea 4:6 is in effect right now. And if you don't believe me, you go back to after 11 September when that ungodly, dirty libertarian Sean Hannity and the now deceased Alan Combs both got caught like deer in the headlights when Ann Graham Lotz, Billy Graham's daughter, said 11 September happened because of Hosea 4:6. Today, Rush Limbaugh comes on the radio and says it's a slow news day, even though we had killings in California. In California, our prayers go out to you. Rush Limbaugh should be bashing the United States House of Representatives of years past and Senate for not trying to restore prayer in schools. He has deified Ronald Wilson Reagan. I won't even dignify what he calls him because it's not dignified what he calls him. Sometimes I wonder if when he prays at night, if he is praying to Ronald Wilson Reagan. He's taken conservatism and turned it into a religion, a cult. Rush Limbaugh, you blew it today. You could have been hammering the Congress, which you should have been doing for years on end, and saying we need to return God to the school system. I attended a school where we all carried guns in the wintertime because it was deer season, it was hunting season. But we also had our Bibles. When you remove God from anything, Satan will clearly come in and take over. And that is obviously what has happened to the Oval Office. Now, I'm not saying it's with the current occupant. I'm saying it happened a long, long time ago. Probably happened in '93, and it's been that way ever since. Rush Limbaugh, you have a lot to learn. Now, if you're watching this and you may not agree with, but you at least appreciate my opinion, the fact that I'm a lover of both you and this country, and I want to see it turn back around, then I'm asking you to hit that thumbs up button. And for you, little subscriber, you know that I know who you are because I'm one of your customers. Gotcha. You want to hit the dislike button? Go ahead, because YouTube looks at all clicks equally as far as how they evaluate viewings. But if you can respect what I have to say, whether you like it or not, if you respect it, please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe, and when a bell pops up, please hit that. You'll get notifications of my next video. And until next time, this is Steve the Long Ash Cowboy reminding you to keep sticks up.